Today, we're going to be using ChatGPT to build concepts of a TAM score, total addressable market. So let's begin by having a conversation. Can you find me a recently funded B2B SaaS startup that's Series A that announced their funding in the last 3 months? You might look at site-specific searches on Crunchbase to find this and give me their website, a summary of what they do, and the total funding that they've raised in the table. So what I'm doing here is I'm basically just finding a company to start with so I can show you how this works. So the searching is much, much better than it used to be with GPT-4. And they let you run multiple searches, right? So you can see it just searched, it did 7 searches instantly. Okay, so we're going to do a TAM score for, or basically the ideas for some of these no-code platforms. Oh, I hate that one. Oh, they raised a lot of money though. Yeah, this is like too hard, right? This one's harder. Let's see if if it'll give me more. No, no, I want 3 more. Right. We're actually, oh, Jigsaw Media. I don't know what that means. Cybersecurity is hard. Uh, mm, oh, 8 million. Conversational. I can't do this one. This is like competitive to a customer I'm working with. Can you give me 3 more? So you can kind of see how one of the interesting things is that it's citing all of its sources now, which is the beauty of having live search embedded. Uh, oh gosh, business processes too terrible. Technology. Okay, I love this carbon footprint one. Let's do this. Okay, tell me everything you can about carbonfact.com. Go to their website, summarize their ICP and persona, who they sell to, their value props. Stop at nothing. I want you to pull in customer reviews, case studies, spend as much time as you need. I have nothing to do and I'm going nowhere. Oh, I left my iPad behind. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to do, sorry for the wind here in San Francisco, I'm trying to like understand. I want like one thing that you can do to get ChatGPT to work really well is if you give it more and more facts and you build up the context window. So great. Okay, this is very helpful. Great. Now, can you find and summarize as much information as customers have talked about this publicly? Go to their case studies, look at review sites. I'm trying to find as much information as I can. So basically, I'm just still building up the context window. So I want it to know as much about this business so that when I start asking it questions, it's going to have an understanding. Okay, the product level. Okay, great. So and this is helpful for me too, right? Like, okay, Allbirds, known for its sustainability. Great, it's still going, which is very helpful. Can you find any other examples of customers that are good fits and why they're good fits with any other quotes that you can find? I'm really trying to build up a robust understanding of who the customer is, what makes them unique, and why they need this with as much actual customer content as possible. Sorry, people are drunk. Um, okay, uh, great. So let's just actually read a little bit of this here. All right, cleaning and Okay, happy socks. Okay, now that you have context on who these buyers are, what I would love for you to do is to invert these customer case studies. What I really want you to do is figure out, if I was a sales rep for this company, what are the criteria that would make a company great that would leak out in public data? I'm thinking about things like their ESG reports, what sort of titles they have. What I'm trying to do is create a table here with at least 25 unique attributes. So what I want you to do is, in one column, give me the attribute. In the second column, tell me why you think it is a good fit. In the third column, give the counter argument, why this signal isn't great. And then in the final column, what I want you to do is give me a rating of how prominent this signal is. Like, how often am I going to find it? And how important is it to carbon footprint specifically? So, what I'm attempting to do here is I really want to build up this understanding, right? Okay, ESG performance. Uh, yeah, having model debate itself is really helpful too. So, sustainability. Scope 3 emissions reporting. Okay, so that's like really interesting. Uh, Scope 3. So I don't know anything about that. So you can kind of see how ChatGPT has helped me have a better understanding of what the hell this thing is. Public sustainability goals, industry awards. Okay. Ooh, sustainability rankings. That's good. Ooh, SEO, sustainability reports. All right. So what I'm going to have this thing do next, you can see like, oh, green building certifications, like, oh, low. All right. The thing I'm going to have it do next is actually go and find some companies. Now, excuse me, it's late here. If I can have it actually go find companies, suddenly then I can actually benchmark this against what it thought were these signals. So, and because it can search multiple sites at the same time, there is a bigger and better chance of it finding uh, basically very relevant companies. Now, I'm not going to do this for the whole total addressable market. Um, oh, great, it's summarizing. This is really helpful. But this at least gives me places to start looking and other places that I can become more curious about. Great. Now what I want you to do is I want you to run a variety of searches just on the high signals and identify 3 companies that seem to be good fits across all of these dimensions. I want you to do the same thing. Put a table with the company name as one column. The second is why you think they're a good fit. And the third is links to all of the sources that you have found. I want this to be extra comprehensive. And if you don't think you can get 3 in one response with high fidelity, with as many sources as possible, then just give me one. So really what I want to do is I want to encourage it to search and really cite its sources. That's really important because I want to go check this. Now, remember, we found out that I think the most I've ever seen is like 7 or 8 searches. So this searched 3 sites. Okay, now Unilever. Okay, so this is the other thing we're going to do is is you can actually go explore Unilever specifically and see if we can get more information on Unilever, which means that really it's going to help us when we think about this TAM scoring, how we can do this. Oh, Microsoft's too big. Okay, let's just use Unilever. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to put together that same table up top, but just for Unilever. I want you to look at all the signals that we've identified and provide me example or provide me real information about Unilever and how they fit on each of these dimensions. So all I'm doing now is I wanted to do this research because then I can understand where this shows up for an individual company. Okay, great. So now I have like Unilever's ESG report, which I can, their CSO. Now it's like I wouldn't know that they had a chief sustainability officer. And they talk about scope three emissions. Now I haven't clicked on this ESG report, but I bet you it's there. UN global impact, right? So you can kind of see what's happening now. They're in the Dow Jones Sustainability Index. So look at all of this research that I can now do in one place in ChatGPT. Now, the value of this is not for each individual company, although ChatGPT will likely eventually get there, but you can sort of see how, because I defined categories, I built up a context around who this company was, that now I can find all of this crazy information for one company. So even today, this is an SDR's most powerful friend if you have them still doing manual one by one research, is they can do a lot of deep research on a company just with ChatGPT, right? Look at this. This is free, by the way. 4.0 is free. So there's no reason that you can't write great messages if you're sending stuff one on one, and there's no reason that you can say I don't know what data to look for, because ChatGPT can do all of this for you as long as you provide it the good prompts and also enough context for it to start to understand who your buyer is, and then have it do research on one company. And then you can actually see how the data that we're talking about shows up in the real world. Look at this. And it's summarized. Look at how long this thing is responding to. Notice how ChatGPT is not really stopping at all. So it looks like it actually is repeating itself now. You see how I've got this continue button. It knows it went long, but because I ask it to stop at nothing, uh, well, it's gonna goof now. It's gonna repeat what it did. But you see how it can go really, really far. This is the type of thing that you need to be doing, and this is how ChatGPT should be used. Have a great night.